Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined once again by Rebecca, the community manager for Warframe, and we weren't in any way, shape, or form telling horrible, horrible jokes.
It got
off
rated
a stream.
R. It got rated R there
No,
for a second.
no, not at all. Not at all.
Did not happen.
So our teams are ready to go. We're going to have another 3 rounds of Warframe here.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm so happy to be back up like 2 minutes later with you up here to get some Warframe players up there to compete for the next level challenge.
That's right, and this is actually going to be the 4th time that Warframe has been played this weekend, so you got to think that these players are pretty seasoned. They've got some tips and tricks, and it looks like our players are ready to start, so let's go ahead and get going in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, those coaches are standing by making sure that that player is running as fast as they can to the objective to get the most kills.
Yes, yes indeed. So the way this is going to work, once again, for those of you who didn't join us for the Coaches Challenge, our competitors will actually be paired up into teams. Those teams will then have to cooperatively stave off 5 waves of Grineer soldiers that are trying to take down this pod here in the middle of the map. However, even though they're working cooperatively, this is still an individual achievement. The total kills at the end of each round will be tallied up, and the player with the highest cumulative kills at the end of 3 rounds of competition will stand as our victor and move into the grand finals this afternoon.
That's right, and we had all these players earlier over at our booth. I saw them shooting, stomping, doing everything you can do in Warframe, quite expertly, I might say. So this is going to be, as far as I remember these faces up there, it's going to be quite close. So each coach shows well for Warframe.
Oh yeah, and as we take a look here at Sir Scoot's player as well, he actually specifically asked during the team selection process, wait, you're the Warframe guy, right? You're the one who plays Warframe.
And he bowed and nodded in only a way that a Warframe player knows how. So he truly is an expert up there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
well,
try to stay on the inner
have to
circle,
see what
like,
he's going to do. It looks like
easier, right?
Scott's giving out a little bit of coaching advice there, making sure that he knows to wait for those big packs of enemies that'll make their way down from those spokes when they spawn.
There you go. Another one to your right.
Oh, yeah, and he has his mind on that mini-map to get that guy to know exactly where to shoot, where to look to get those kills before the Team Red does. So Mecha's team is up against Sir Scoots.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And we'll see how
slide.
Team Mecha's player is going to perform here in just a second. Unfortunately, Linda came up last in the Coaches Challenge, but she did draft a quite solid Warframe player, it appears.
Yeah, so this is going to be good for them. And then we have some parkour action going on there on the green team with Zerodactyl. We had a melee action, so they're getting the hang of the controls here to make sure that they can kill the best they can.
Yep, but while he's getting hang of the controls, Team Trolls is killing the rest of the Grineer, unfortunately. So
it's true. You only have so much time to practice before those enemies come in, and you have to get those headshots. And actually, they're focusing fire down the same hallway, so that was just a matter of a millisecond of difference to get that kill for those 2 players.
I've got to say, though, got to hand it to Team Zerodactyls right there. As soon as they defeated that wave of Grineer, he immediately 180 parkoured across the map, just because I love saying the words parkoured across the map, and is ready for yet another wave of enemies.
I wonder if we should have a score count of how many times we say parkour for us, and whoever has more at the end will win for our own competition while we cast Warframe. So I think you're winning right now.
Yes, cool. And I demand a specific rainbow skin if I win. That's all I'm asking for.
A rainbow
No, I'm demanding it.
Oh,
all right?
is it demand
Get the
at this
des on
point?
it.
Well, I mean, depending on how familiar you are with the customization, you can actually turn quite a few frames into the... Do you use Roy G. Biv for rainbow in the States? You got your red, orange, yellow, green. I forget it already.
Perfect.
Roy G. Biv frame.
Yes, that would be awesome. I would totally support that all the time. It looks like we're actually going to take a listen in here to some of our coaches as they give some instruction to their players right now.
Once you kill this guy, you definitely want to melee that thing right there. There you go. Get those blue orbs, man. Because those blue orbs are going to help you charge up those powers, yes. Yeah, definitely don't be afraid to go out there.
All right, so as you can see there, Team Zerodactyls. A little bit of coaching there. And back on Team Troll side, I've got to say, Crystal has been a quiet coach so far, but every time I've looked over at her, she's pointing on the map, she's keeping quiet, she's not revealing secrets.
She's
awesome.
become a bit of a master herself, so I mean, she knows what she's looking for, she knows exactly what to tell her player, and he is succeeding in every command she's been giving him as far as I can see, so that is a bond right there.
There's only like 2 left, there's only like 2 left.
All right, so we'll see what Team Trolls can manage to do here. Making way up to the side there. I'm not sure what sort of an advantage that would have given you. Possibly could have turned around and looked down one of those spokes. Oh, Grineer from behind. Nice turnaround in melee. Now, once again, we are playing 3 rounds of competition here. Each round is going to be 5 full waves of Grineer that get progressively more difficult as time goes along. and they are trying to attack that
You can
pod
get 'em
in the
from
middle
the
of the
top,
map.
you
So
can.
not
Don't
only are
drop
you
down.
trying to rack up kills, but you're also trying to play defense.
That's right, it is. You have that main objective, of course, and if you fail this mission, you will get less enemies, which means your total kills will suffer. So not only are you protecting that pod, like you said, you need to be killing as much as possible to get those kills, to win for your coaches.
Right, absolutely. So we're looking at this awesome game mode, but what other game modes and sort of missions will people be able to play once they jump into the game?
We actually just added a new mission type on Thursday on the PC. We are adding and changing missions all the time. A lot of our missions are procedurally generated, so what you're looking at is a survival mission where you are surviving on a map, a spaceship, on Earth, on an ice planet, for as long as you can, and you'll be going around trying to kill enemies and get that life support to go. We've seen people go for as long as 3 hours on our survival mission type, and it's a different map every time because those pieces are being put together procedurally to give you a different experience every time you load up the level.
Super sweet. All right, so you can definitely look forward to that one. And of course, there are many more missions and modes available to you with players all across the world in Warframe, which you can grab right now for the PC and PS4. It will be coming out for the Xbox One in just 2 days.
I know, on Tuesday. And the best thing about it is it's free. It's a free-to-play game, so you can download it right now on PC, download it on PS4, and when it comes out on Xbox, you just hit that download for free button, and then you've got yourself a free Space Ninja game.
That's absolutely right. And all those cool weapons and upgrades and items that you see in the game, those can all be unlocked just by playing the game itself. One of the most awesome features in the game, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. Like, as you're killing these enemies, as you see our participants up here doing, they're dropping things that gives you the tools you need to create the weapons you're looking at right now. The model for free-to-play is, you see that pink scarf? He's rocking that pink scarf. You see that pink armor? That's the kind of stuff that we monetize for. So it's totally cosmetic, and you can get all the gear you want to play for free.
That's so awesome. That's so cool to hear as well. And it's not like some other games as well where you have to grind for 150 hours to unlock something. No, you guys really open up
Now run up
content
and collect
very
that shit.
quickly in this
Yeah,
game.
it's very progressive. I mean,
it out,
it is
yeah.
a sci-fi
Turn around, turn around.
game, so you have every planet has a boss. So you kill that boss,
Run,
he
run,
holds a
run, run,
Warframe.
run.
For example, Venus, of course, one of our favorite planets, has the boss that has Rhino. So the frame you're looking at right now is from the Rhino boss on Venus, who's the Jackal, who's this crazy robot that stomps the ground. Kill him, you get Rhino.
Awesome. There you go. So you just unlock things by playing the game that you would be playing anyway. So there you go. All right, taking a look in at the action here. Team's Aerodactyl's a bit of a stomp there up off to the side. Only snagged him a few kills, to be honest, so I don't know how effective that one was, but Team Trolls has had really nice movement across the map. Team's Aerodactyls, though, the coolest thing that he's done is he's constantly repositioning himself, and he's not using the same angles that everyone else was, so he's got a new look at the action and a new perspective whenever these enemies start spawning.
Absolutely. His mastery of the movement system is very impressive. You saw him going around, sliding, getting his parkour on, very hardcore. And they actually finished at the same time.
Yes, they did.
Holy smokes, that is some elite ninja skills up there if I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is some pretty close action already. And don't forget, guys, we will actually update the scores as the next round begins. We'll display it on screen so we can track the action over the course of the entire match. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to swap up the teams. They're going to be taking new partners. We'll jump back into the game, and we'll have another round of Grineer-destroying action there. We'll add up the scores once again. We'll do it a third time, and at the end of all of that, the player with the highest score will advance into the grand finals. The other 3 players, unfortunately, are knocked out of the event.
It is a shame, but they can learn to master their ninja further on any platform they want.
Yes, absolutely. And what? You know what? They can come back tomorrow and compete again.
Exactly, because every day, it's crazy. 10 a.m. this morning, you saw people lining up because they know they've got what it takes to compete in every single game here. And if they get here at the right time, they can do it.
Yep, that's absolutely right. So if you guys are here at PAX, you can actually play in this competition. All you need to do is from 10 a.m. to 11:30. We only have 1 day left. That's tomorrow. You need to be at the front desk at the next level booth. They'll give you a passport. You'll play a few games. If you score in the top 16, you will be invited to compete on one of these coaches' teams. Maybe you can try your hand at some Warframe.
Exactly, and we hope to see you here, guys. It's been an amazing time, and everyone's been showing off their ninja skills more than we could have ever hoped to imagine. So
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully we get a little bit more sweet parkour out of the team's Aerodactyls there, unless, of course, it didn't give him that many kills, in which case we hope there's more shooting in the face.
yeah, more shooting, more slicing, more stomping, whatever you got to do to get those kills. And
All of that.
the strategies are coming all over the place here. It's like a smorgasbord of strategies.
A smorgasbord of strategies. Now we're throwing Sweden into space ninjas that are Jedis. This just keeps getting better and better. The adjectives are flowing freely today.
It is. We are going to do as many adjectives as we can up here for our own pseudo contest on top of their contest.
I love it. We're going to do that. All right, guys, so we're just about to jump into the second set here again. This is going to be the second of 3 rounds of competition here for Warframe. Then one player will be eliminated and we'll be moving on to the next elimination stage. So if you could, you've got this cool open space mission that's coming up. Could you maybe tease us another little nugget of information of things that people can expect in Warframe?
Absolutely. I mean, we update this game all the time. We get our updates out, and the next major update that's coming is taking you with your Warframe into space, quite literally. You're not going to be on a planet, on a ship. It'll be your Arcwing jetpack that flies you around in open space to shoot spaceships, shoot asteroids, do different things to complete a very secret mission that will be announced soon.
Ooh, I like secret missions that are announced soon. That makes me hyped. All right, guys, well, it looks like we're ready to get started here, so let's begin the game in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and here we are. Take a look at the scores. Team Trolls,
wow.
Team Mecha coming out on top
Wow.
right now, 83-80.
Wow, and the pairings here are actually going to be super important to know who can come ahead, because you have Team Mecha with Team Pterodactyls, it looks like.
Yeah, they got Team Pterodactyls down to 43 kills right now, but against the Team Mecha player, and so maybe this will be a chance for Team Mecha to make up some of those kills from Team Trolls.
That's right.
Now, an important note, Crystal has won
Nice.
every Warframe competition so far, 3 in a row if you include the Coaches Challenge, and she's in the lead right now.
I know, and I mean, that just goes to show that, you know, Team Trolls has what it takes to be the Warframe master, because it is true. 3 in a row, that's unheard of. I don't know. It seems pretty crazy and awesome that they can pick it up so well. So she's the favorite. It's clear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And with another lead right now, she's certainly looking to be in good position. Now, Scott's giving a little bit more direction to his player who did fall a bit behind there. Let's see if he can step up and try and regain some of that confidence that Scott had in the earlier rounds.
Yeah, he needs that foothold to get his shooter prowess up in the lead here. It's going to be close. This is quite the matchup. These coaches know what they're talking about. They all just competed in the Coaches Challenge, so they have the skills and the very, very recent knowledge to guide these players to victory to get those skills.
You know, the coaches all know what they're talking about, but I gotta be honest, Rebecca, I think Siren knows what she's talking about the most from what I've seen so far.
On a scale of most knowing, Siren is definitely taking the lead, and it's important that she guides and passes on her expertise to her players, which she seems to be doing. So.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Already up in the lead right now, and of course we will be cumulatively adding up each other's scores. The teams are actually swapping around so that every player will compete against every other team's member. That is going to give us the amount of kills that we need to determine the champion. So looks like an interesting strategy there. As we just saw from Team Scoots, there were a few Grenier that were actually hiding way in the open. Rather than waste time on them, even though it was only a couple of kills, he Rhino Stomp so we can rejoin the action.
Exactly, and that Rhino Stomp does have an amazing range. And one of the things about Warframe is you can mod it to be better. So you can mod that range to almost cover a whole map. So these players have set up with a very high-powered gear to get the kills they need to get to win this for their coaches.
Absolutely, and you can see the power here. And look at that, as Team Trolls just slicing and dicing their way through a lot of Grenier off to the side. Looks like there may just be one. Oh no, she was actually directing him back to go grab energy so that he would have more power available. Very smart.
That is a good strategy because those abilities are going to come in very handy to snag those kills from the enemies. Because of course you can click as fast as you can click to get headshots, get those kills, slice your melee. But the second you activate your abilities, you've got some guaranteed kills if you do it very strategically.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I've got to say, the approach that we're seeing out of Team Trolls here, which heavy reliance on the melee weapon, is actually really good. It's conserving the ammo and that automatic rifle once again, and it's ensuring that no wasted damage is out there on the map, so they can pinpoint each person individually, very quickly dispatch of them, and then move on to the next target.
That's right. I actually only saw one coach, and it was Sir Scoots. He used his roar, which means your damage is multiplied quite effectively. You'll be getting faster kills. So that's a strategy I'm not seeing too widespread. It is a little more advanced, so maybe
it's true.
They'll figure out that activating roar, that third ability, gives you more lethality in your arsenal. You'll be getting one-hit kills with almost everything. So
right.
Something to consider.
I'd love to see someone with full energy activate that increased damage, mow down a wave of spawning Grenier, collect the energy from them, bounce back to the middle, and Rhino Stomp. I think that would be a guaranteed way to pick up all the kills in a wave.
Yeah, that's one of the most solid strategies you can do in the defense mission type. And of course, they're all very conscious to keep the defense pod defended, of course, because if that pod goes down, you will fail the mission. And
that's right.
I'm seeing a lot of the green team, Pterodactyl's team, is very, very conscious of that, and they are doing a very good job protecting it.
Well, that's right, because unfortunately for Team Pterodactyls and Team Mecha during the Coaches Challenge, they did unfortunately lose one of the rounds, and that did set them very far behind in overall kills.
They did, and I mean, you have to be very careful. Keep that pod defended. And of course, it's going to be tough because the Grenadier get harder every time a wave comes through, and you're going to see more diversity in those enemies. For this particular faction, these are your military dudes, so they have rocket launchers, they have machete blades, they have sniper rifles. It gets hard by wave 5.
Yeah, it really does, as a matter of fact. I know I had to play this a few times.
Yeah,
I didn't do so well at first.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see now. We'll take a look here on
get back to the door.
Scoot's team member. He's shooting out a few instructions there, letting him know to get back into the middle and start getting ready to defend against the next wave. But we are getting to the end of this set now, as it looks like we're on wave 4, I believe, out of 5 here. And that's actually a wave cleared, so we're probably going to move into wave 5 here, and this will be about done in just a second.
And they're staying at that same hallway because they both know that's where you're going to get a lot of enemies spawning. And they both just turned, pivoted, and headed toward the next hallway to get the kills from each other. This is a very good... Oh, and he stopped. That got him some kills right there. That was a very, very bold approach by the pink team with Siren.
Stop.
That's right. And you remember her strategy, as she said during the coach's interview afterwards, was just be where everyone else wasn't. Her entire idea was, I don't want to fight over kills. That minimizes the amount that I have access to. I'll go pick up a bunch. I'm better than the other person I'm against, and I'll come back and clean up the ones that they're fighting.
Exactly. And I mean, that it's obviously paid off because we've seen not only her victory, but her players' victories 2 days in a row. And will it be day 3?
Here in the middle.
I feel like I can't handle it. I don't know who it is. It's crazy.
Don't have it? Okay.
All right, well, we'll see if she can send yet another player into the finals on the back of Warframe. Looks like we do have a mission complete coming out for some of our players right now. There we have it. So looks like we're going to move here into the third and final round momentarily. Of course, at the end of that round, the player with the highest cumulative kills will advance into the finals of our competition today. The other players, unfortunately, they're eliminated from the event.
It is, but you know, they got their heart, they put their heart and soul into it, and they got it this far. There are so many people here every morning as soon as PAX opens to get into this competition. They're lining up at every booth, and top 16, it's not easy to be up there. But everyone has a chance to do it, which has been so amazing.
Right, but because our particular competition, you know, you're not just playing Warframe here, you're also playing Far Cry, you're playing Gauntlet, you're playing Sonic as well, so you've got to be a very well-rounded gamer in addition to being especially strong at one of these titles and have the coaches pick you for that title.
Exactly, and I mean, come to the Warframe booth tomorrow morning first thing because we will get you on, we will get you ready, teach you what you need to know, and you can get potentially up on stage competing for a coach, putting your ninja skills to the test.
And as we've seen so far, the high-profile Warframe players have been the ones that have been picked out of the crowd as well, specifically. So we've seen some very good competition there. This has been an established game for a while on the PC and PS4. It is coming out to the Xbox One on Tuesday in just 2 days. So I hope you guys will check it out there and get involved in the action as well.
That's right, and it is free, so you can download this game. You can put your skills to the test, go through amazing, beautiful levels, fight. We have 3 different factions, technically 4. We have a zombie faction that comes in like, you know, all melee attacks trying to get you and bring you down. You can use them with a flamethrower. The diversity in your arsenal and mission types in this game, it can keep you playing for hundreds and hundreds of hours, which we've seen here, players coming up to us saying, hey, I have 600 hours in.
And you just threw in another one of those keywords that gets me excited.
Was it did it start with a Z?
It started, yes, it did, as a matter of fact. So now we have zombies, Jedi, Warframe, ninja, space. There's no pirates yet, right?
There is a pirate frame. Sorry,
oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Pirates.
Yeah, we have
Pirates,
the class
zombies,
system we
ninjas.
use. We have 20 unique Warframes, and one of them is Hydroid. He is our water, and he actually has a pirate alternate helmet, so he's quite the buckler of swashbuckling Warframe.
That's awesome.
He has a dagger. Oh, well, not he. Any Warframe can use any weapon. There's no tied to, and he can wield his amazing...
I hereby request that the opening cinematic for your new space mission just be him with his sword on top of a ship as they prepare to launch into space. So,
I think we can make that happen.
Boom! My contribution to Warframe is set. That's all I needed to do. That's all for me, folks. I'm going to leave the event. I've made my mark. No,
Thank you for your contributions to this game.
There you go. Well, guys, we are actually ready to jump into the third and final round, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, and there we have it. Team Trolls increasing their lead ever so slightly, now up by 8 kills.
Oh my goodness, that is the round of applause from Team Trolls there. You know that team is passionately
really
supporting each other, and her kill is
really
ever
close.
so slight, but it is winning her this right now.
good.
Could it be the 4th time in a row she will win with Warframe?
That would be crazy. There's actually only one more Warframe competition this week, and that'll be, of course, tomorrow for one of our challenges.
Perfect.
And there's a strong potential, that she makes a clean sweep in this game.
I mean, if she does that, we're going to have to put a very special custom thing in the game for her for being such an expert at this.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
She has earned it.
Yeah, and as we can see, Team Mecha actually out to a very strong start here, and it is actually Team Mecha. Is it Team Mecha and Team Trolls together?
I was just about to say something very special is happening right now. The two top, Team Mecha and Team Trolls, are in the same mission.
There we have it. So that means that Team Mecha needs to win this head-to-head matchup by 8 kills or more to at least tie things up.
Yeah, that is insanely competitive for them because, of course, it is a co-op game, so they're in the mission with each other competing for kills in this particular mission type. And it is on because they are leading it right now. But of course, you never know what can happen with the other two teams because they are in the same session playing cooperatively, and if one of them gets enough kills to perhaps accommodate for the discrepancy in the two equally matched players.
Yes, we haven't seen any super dirty play. Like, we haven't seen a coach take their player off the keyboard so someone else can win or something like that. So I'm proud that we at least held that standard. So.
Yes, I mean, but you never know what could happen by day 4. The competitiveness could get so high that there is some dirty tactics playing, which isn't something that we wouldn't. One of our factions in Warframe is known for fighting dirty, so very appropriate of them to do this with the Grineer as the enemy type.
Awesome. Well, Steve was trying to attack Crystal with a shoe before, so that got somewhat close, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say we have a lot of weapons in this game. Flamethrowers, you know, we got an ice ray, but we don't have shoes, so...
It's unfortunate.
It is.
I think you're really missing out a key aspect of weaponry there, the shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of games embrace the shoe as a primary, but I mean, maybe we just need to hop on that bandwagon.
Someone used it against George Bush as a weapon at one point, so, you know, there is precedent
and
there.
And I mean, Austin Powers, we had...
There you go. I mean, come on. A shoe?
Honestly.
That reload, man.
All right, guys, so jumping back to the action here, we are already making our way through the second or third wave here, so we're pretty far into this match. Once again, it is coming down to Team Trolls versus Team Mecha in a head-to-head matchup. The person who actually wins there is likely, or will win the entire event. Team Trolls is up by 8 kills at the moment, though, which means that Team Mecha needs to win by 9 or more to secure victory.
It's true, and I see that Zerodactyl's team there has, each side is being coached right now for their player. We have strategy. His fingers are moving so quickly. He has embraced the parkour nature, and he is ready to make his mark on the enemies, whether it's their head or slicing them with the sword.
All right, well, we'll see here if he can... Oh, yeah, there's some sweet slicing just on cue. Well done.
I know, it's almost as if he knew. The Lotus was telling him what needed to be done. Oh, he's going after the last enemy, and he... I believe I just saw a katana go into the skull of an enemy.
I think so. That is correct. So if you've ever wanted to be a space ninja that can put katanas through people's skulls, Warframe, game for you.
That's right, and it is entirely free to play, so if you love this, and we want you to be a part of our community and part of our cooperative gaming force, so please visit our website, warframe.com, download us on the PS4 in the free-to-play section, and if you have an Xbox One and you want in on the action too, as of Tuesday, you can do this.
There you go. So I hope you guys will certainly check that out. They're adding content all the time. And look at that. As one player there who was against Team Zerodactyls, that should have been Team Scoots, was going after the Grineer that were spawning. Team Zerodactyls just parkours in, slams the Rhino Stomp, laughs at him on the way out with all the kills he just collected.
That was an evil and sinister laugh. But it got him what he needed to do to get the kills. So there's no punches they can't throw that is not uncalled for right now.
That is, and to be totally honest, that is like the nicest of the dirty play that we've seen so far. I want to see something a little more intense here. Okay, we're actually taking a look at Team Mecha now. Team Mecha, of course, down by 8 kills overall. 2 Team Trolls, but going head-to-head with Team Trolls right now.
Yeah, we got some coaching there with Team Mecha with Linda, and she just very well reinforced the accuracy that Team Mecha displayed there. He was putting headshots off with that Soma rifle.
Get the blue stuff.
Oh my god, this is too close. It's going to be very insane because Team Trolls, she wants to win it again, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean she is a perfect 3 for 3 on challenges in Warframe right now. Just one more remaining, just one more remaining after today, so she could potentially have a clean sweep.
It could be done, and it could happen. And right now, you can see them in this defense mission, both looking at the same entry point for those enemies, and they were just together shooting down the same hallway until Team Trolls decided to explore the map a bit more and go for the enemies coming in on the completely separate alleyway there.
And he may have actually run out of his automatic weapon, so there were a ton of enemies, and he is eventually dispatching of them. with this very high-powered pistol, but it's not as efficient at cleaning out those big groups of enemies like that automatic weapon.
I know, you can get your roar on, and that becomes even more effective at killing an enemy if you tap that number 3 ability. But again, the reload time and the difference in, 6 shots per pistol magazine as opposed to the Soma, which is 100. It's very tough to choose, but if you are deadly with that pistol, it might be on par competing with the Soma because it takes skill, it takes accuracy.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It takes skill, it takes accuracy, and it's great in these specific situations where Team Trolls is picking off those Grineer that are hiding around corners. If you have an accurate shot, one shot, they're down.
Exactly, and they actually just finished the 5 waves. The thing about the defense mission, which is really incredible, is you can go on as long as you can go on. We've seen players get to wave 75 in defense, so it's every 5 waves you are prompted as a 10-0 to get that loot. You can choose to leave, or you can stay in battle, wave after wave after wave, to get the best XP loot that you can get.
Well, there you go. So that does wrap up our 3 rounds of competition here. We are, of course, going to add up the scores and declare a victor in just a second. And Anna will have an interview with them for now. But, Rebecca, once again, it was an absolute pleasure to cast with you. Is there anything you want to say to the adoring fans and to the Warframe community that's watching?
We love you, and if you want to be a part of our community, the game is completely free. You can download it now. It'll be on all platforms on Tuesday. It's on PC and PS4 right now for free. Xbox, we're coming at you on Tuesday, so come join Warframe.
All right, there you have it, folks. Warframe.com again. Sony PlayStation Store under the free-to-play section. Xbox One on Tuesday. Warframe is out. It is here. It gets new content all the time. It is free to play, and as I can personally attest to, is super, super fun. Also, I have to commend you guys as well. I think you guys do, as someone who's been involved in video production for a while, you guys have some of the coolest videos that you put out on YouTube, too.
Thank you.
I really love the content you guys put out on a regular basis.
Our team is amazing. We're a bunch of Canadian devs up there just doing our thing, and we're trying, and we're so happy to hear that. That means a lot.
All right, and it looks like, in a bit of a surprise, Anna is ready with our winner.
Oh my God.
Guys, our winner is Steven from Team Mecha.
He did awesome. Oh my gosh. I knew he was going to do it because the thing is, he barely played it, but like he killed it.
So you're just naturally very good at Warframe.
I don't know. Today's the first day I've ever played it, so I mean, my hands are still jittery. I didn't know if I was going to do well or if I was going to just do absolutely terrible, but it turned out pretty well for me.
Yeah, you did awesome, dude. Like,
I guess Space Ninja is just running through your blood. Linda, how awesome does it feel to have a player in the finals knowing that you may win $5,000 for your charity?
Oh man, I'm so stoked right now because you did it. Oh my God, I can't really say anything much, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, both of you seem really excited. You said your hands are shaking. The other coaches were coming up and actually giving you hugs, Linda, and patting you on the back. Steven, how did that feel?
It feels really good because I love all of them too. So I really want to win today, though. And you helped me. Thank you. Thank you.
Team. I wanted to be on your team. That's why.
What a great story. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Steven. You're now going to the finals. You're going to have a chance to win a massive prize pack and help Linda donate $5,000 to her charity. So we will see you guys again soon.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to take a brief break, and after that, we actually are going to have a brief interview with Extra Life Charity, Crystal's charity. We're going to check out what they do, and we'll be right back after this.
Poker.